Solana, your tool to trade your favorite meme coins, is it truly an Ethereum killer or it's on the verge of self-destruction? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. Smash the like and subscribe buttons if you like my content. This way you'll motivate me to make these type of technical analysis. If I see that these altcoin technical analysis are getting more and more attention, there's no other way for me instead of making more and more. So everything is in your hands actually. And without further ado, let's just go straight into a Solana charts, because I see an important market structure that we have to discuss and warn all the Solana investors. As you see, we got rejected from our previous all-time highs. Let's just go straight into our charts. I never analyze Solana separately, and I never share my thoughts on it. It seems that this major project was left behind, and I didn't pay too much attention to it. But because you asked me so nicely, I have to do this right now. And because I saw a very important and very interesting market structure. As always, not financial advice. So let's go straight into our charts. Let's see what the charts are telling us and let's talk. So we are on the daily time frame, Solana charts. And first of all, I want to start talking about comparing all of those pullbacks during this bull rally, let's just say this bull trend. I want to compare all of those pullbacks because it has, let's just say, a lot of juicy data. Because look, at every time we peak and after every single pullback, negative 37, 38%, negative 40, let's just say 3%, 36, 44, and right now we're experiencing, right now at this very moment, we're experiencing a 36.08%, let's just say like negative, almost 40% pullback. So I could say like, if the Solana maintain this bullish momentum and gonna keep pushing the price towards the upside, I could say that this is the point where I could say that this is enough for Solana to experience this drawdown, because look at this demand zone. After this impulsive movement, we created and printed a juicy and nice demand zone. Of course, I want to compare all of those examples of the descending trend lines that acted as a resistance after we experiencing this drawdown, the first trend line, descending trend line that acted as a resistance. After this drawdown, breakout, clean breakout, movement to the upside. Again, another drawdown by negative 43, 44%. Printed this descending trend line, breakout, movement to the upside, descending trend line, breakout, movement to the upside, descending trend line, once again, breakout. Of course, I can say that this is some kind of, we respected this and got rejected from the supply zone. But if you know, I like to trade those trend lines, so I'm gonna give myself a double confirmation by connecting more of those dots, more data. The more touches we have, the more confirmation we have. So after this breakout, another potential buy long position could have been taken, and boom, another rally straight to the upside by let's just say by almost 100%. And right now we printed a demand zone. Boom, we got rejected from our previous all-time highs. What does it tell us? That we got rejected twice. And I'm gonna just bear with me, just watch this video till the end. I'm gonna show you a very important data on even the bigger time frame, because we are right now on a daily time frame. And after experiencing this drawdown right now, together with this descending trend line that acted as a resistance, another breakout, let's just say like ascending trend line type of deviation, went back inside this major resistance zone, descending resistance. And all I'm gonna say that I'm expecting, looking on the short term, on the daily time frame, yes, for me the short term will be the daily time frame, because right now I want to see all of the data on the bigger time frame. So I'm expecting to see something like here, the same situation again, more confirmation. And where's my brush tool? I'm gonna mark all of those important numbers, and right now you're respecting this demand zone. So my expectations from the bullish perspective, I'm going to talk about the bullish scenario and the bearish one. So my expectations are to see a breakout and start retesting this another trend line. Maybe we're going to start forming something, that explosive ascending triangle pattern, and then breakout and movement to the upside to start retesting all over again, to shift from the bearish actually to a bullish, like I like to say, and then start retesting our previous all-time highs once again. But on the bigger picture, what is going on? The one thing that's very clear, that we form this ascending support. It holds us tight. It has the respect. The respect was there. Ascending, let's just say, ascending resistance. We got a clean breakout movement to the upside, and we started to print those higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. We got respect. The respect is there according to this ascending trend line. So yes, another pullback, a small pullback, and it's going to be like almost like equal, let's just say negative 40%, minus 40% pullback from the top. And then I could see that this is the point. My main point is that I could say that this is enough for a Solana drawdown for this pullback. This is enough by looking on the bullish perspective and to hoping that the market tends to trend up, maintain this bullish momentum, clean breakout, and another leg up. Also, looking on the bigger picture, this ascending FOMO explosive pattern play out perfectly, but not that strong movement to the upside. Because why? We got rejected, as I mentioned you guys before. We got rejected from our all-time highs. It did play out, but we got rejected. So it is a very important data that we have in front of us, and I'm gonna go on the weekly time frame. Just bear with me. Of course, I want to see what is going on right now with my 50 and 200 EMAs. Everything is like connected right here. 200 EMA is perfectly connected with this demand zone, and I could say that, yeah, of course, the market structure on the Solana is super choppy and it's very hard to navigate actually, but by looking and back testing like all of those trend lines, how it works, everything is like perfectly connected. All right, demand zone, once again, descending trend line, another descending trend line, a little bit of the laser show right here. All right, we changed the whole let's just say character. We broke from the bearish into a bullish, created a higher highs, and right now we all expecting that this, let's just say between 163 and this whole range between 203-ish dollars per coin will gonna like squeeze inside here, compress, and then clean breakout, as I told you, as I mentioned you like a few minutes ago, a clean breakout and movement to the upside and retest those all-time high levels once again. But when there's a bullish scenario, there's always a bearish scenario. Right now, what do we know? That this ascending support, it holds us. But if it won't, what if it won't? So I see that there is a lot of support, a lot of demand at these levels. We got respected. The respect was there. Let me just make this brush. The respect was there, respect was there, respect was there. And if we're going to experience that breakdown through this ascending support, I do expect a small leg up to retest another, find a supply zone and retest once again what is like 130, 127, 123, approximately 117, 18. Something like that at those levels. It is also a possible scenario, and I hope this guy will hold us. Our support will hold us. Probably, we'll see. But if it won't, I have a very important data on the weekly time frame. So just bear with me. So right, what do we see? What do I see next? I mean, what do I see here? Yes. So everything is like pretty much it on a daily time frame, ascending trend line, and of course on the bigger picture, the pattern inside the pattern, pattern inside the pattern. We printed, if I'm going to connect those previous highs, we form this, I'm going to say it's bearish if we're going to experience a breakdown. So we form and printed on a daily time frame a rising wedge pattern that, yet we're still bullish. We probably going to maintain this bullish momentum and we're going to keep pushing price towards the upside. But if this support won't hold us, this whole rising wedge pattern could play out and then push the price to the downside. Even maybe at those low, even to retest those lower price levels. Let's just say I see that a lot of support right here, a lot of support here. Those consolidations are potential demand zones for those who are believing Solana and want to buy more. For those who are believing Solana and saying that this is like a definitely Ethereum killer because it's like cheaper, it's faster, and it has a better ecosystem around it. So look at those consolidations and all those potential demands. I was like, yeah, it's like a very harsh and very brutal would be like 50 to 65 $65. I mean, why I'm telling you this? Because if we're gonna break through all, we're gonna retest and break through all from those all-time highs, through all those highs, I could say that there's nothing in front of us. There is no data. We are like in a space. You don't know where the price could get rejected and where could we settle. We don't know that. Of course, you can like pin those Fibonacci levels. It doesn't matter, but we are in space. We have nothing in front of us. We have more data to see if the market is going to take that dump to the downside. We have more data, so we're going to analyze in the direction where we have more data. So all of those demand zones, if it's going to play out, and I'm going to show you why it could play out. So just bear with me. So keep an eye on those potential demand zones and those consolidation phases. This, I could say that we have a very strong demand, or let's just say a support between 75 and $91 ish, something like that in between, and we have a lot of demand here, so a lot of support. So if we're gonna experience that breakdown, first, let's just say our first buy accumulation, let's just say dollar cost average position could be open, like to buy more in spot, 126, 120, and then 92, and between $75 per coin. So this is like a bullish scenario. So yeah, again, this is my bullish scenario, and retest all-time highs once again. And if we're gonna experience a breakdown, there's like my bearish scenario. And why I'm telling you this, of course, I'm gonna show you a very, very important data on the weekly time frame. So here it is. At first, you see like nothing actually. You see nothing and everything is like pretty clearly. We're moving all the way to the upside. All right. So yeah, we got rejected, as I mentioned you before, from those all-time highs. On the massive time frame, on the weekly time frame, I could see that we printed this. We're trying actually to print this ascending FOMO explosive pattern. That after a breakdown, yeah, everyone is hoping to see that, I don't know, maybe a god candle that you like to call, and to reach $1,000 per coin, which for me would be irrational. So I'm just trying to think and try to read the data that is in front of me. But all right. Before I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to remind you that, yes, this ascending support is holding us. But how long it will last, how long it could last, how long the support will hold us if we're not going to break through all of those, through these all-time high levels, $260, $263 per coin. So I wanted to take a look what just happened in the past. This is our previous bull rally. Massive bull rally, all right? Massive rally. Oh my God, we're extremely bullish. But the momentum of the and all RSI is going to the downside. And then we're experiencing this insane crash from the top to the bottom by almost, holy macaroni, by negative almost 90, let's just say 97%. All right? Right now, after we analyze this, let's just say, potential falling wedge pattern, of course, a shake off, a fake out, after this breakout, ascending triangle pattern, movement to the upside from the bottom, or let's just say from the bottom that we can start anticipating and predict that this like are starting shifting from the bearish into the bullish. The rally is for 1,700%. Let me just double check that. What? Seriously? Yes. Just take a look at those numbers. Insane rally to the upside. Insane. So if you're like holding, this is like my advice. If you're holding and bought Solana at those levels, at those lowest points, at like 80, like 16, 20, 24, even like a $30 per coin, if you're not taking profits here, for me, this is stupid. Sorry for saying that, but for me, this is stupid. I don't believe in those fairy tales. I like to secure my gains. I like to make money, and this is my plan. So if you know, you know. And what do I see right now? I see a potential upcoming divergence. The price is going up, but the momentum, the RSI indicator is going down. That's what creates divergence. That's what creates divergence, and I cannot ignore. Either you like it or not, I don't even care, but we have the data, this all information in front of us, and we cannot ignore this. We cannot ignore this. So if we're gonna see that this divergence, we're gonna see if those divergences gonna play out in the near future. Well, maybe we're gonna push the price, to the upside once again. Clean breakdown, movement to the downside, I see a lot of demand, as we discussed, around, let's just say, the more accurate than on the daily time frame, $80 per coin. I mean, maybe this massive ascending triangle pattern would be invalid, and then we can start retesting. I mean, all I'm seeing that there's a tons of demand and tons of support at around $48.60 per coin. So because you see, there's like a beautiful key level where the price was respected the most after printing those previous head and shoulders pattern. Boom, straight to the downside. So yeah, I mean, I cannot ignore this data. I cannot ignore this data, those potential divergence, because just like compare what just happened with the past. And even we reach, where's my mouse? After we like reach that on the RSI in the middle 50, after reaching that 50 zone, we still were at not that harsh movement to the downside. And if we're like, there's a lot of room for us to go down. That's what I wanted to say. So because we're not seeing this extremely movement to the downside just right now, it doesn't mean that we have to see this right now. Maybe we see some kind of consolidation. Maybe we're gonna see a bearish news. We're gonna see the whole fundamental of the market sentiment's gonna start to, from the bullish, gonna start to shift into a bearish one. Even the fundamental analysis. So after seeing that clean breakout, I mean breakdown, movement to the downside. Once again, a leg straight to the downside. So I'm just want to warn you guys, this is the data that I'm seeing on the weekly time frame. Don't pretend that you don't see this. Stop pretending, and I hope I'm wrong about this. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be bull. I want to see all of those coins flying. I'm securing my gains. I want to make more money from spot position, because the spot positions are giving me less stress than trading with leverage right now. So yeah, divergence, everything to the downside. Look, price is going up. When you see the RSI is moving to the downside, those potential upcoming divergence is, you have to be prepared for it. You have to be prepared, and either you like it, as I said, or not. You cannot ignore this. So stop believing those fairy tales. I know that this video is maybe everybody is gonna start hating me and say that, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But here's an example. Here's the previous data, and there's the data we have right now. So I hope I'm wrong about this, but if this scenario will play out, I wouldn't be surprised. So also, talking about 50 and 200 EMAs, right now on the weekly time frame, 50-day moving average, we have the support, the respect is there, we have that support, and if we're gonna break that support, we're gonna experience that breakdown, another support, like perfectly connected, actually not that perfect, but still at around approximately $80. This is like our first strong support. So everything is like trying to connect it, like supply, demand, 50-day moving average. We comparing everything. Everything is pretty much connected. So yeah, so keep an eye. My advice to you, for you, is like to keep an eye on this ascending on the daily, on the weekly time frame. Keep an eye on those 50-day and 200-day moving average. If you don't know how to read the market structure properly, keep an eye on this ascending trend line that we have the most respect there. The ascending support is there. We keep holding up the price and trying to maintain that, keep that bullish momentum, and yeah, keep an eye on those levels. If we're gonna see that breakdown, I won't be surprised that we're gonna start reaching $80, and maybe the whole drawdown would be from the top to those bottoms. Oh my God, 70, even negative 80%. For me, this is not healthy. For me, this is not healthy enough. If I would be like a Solana investor, I would just start panicking. So, but I cannot ignore this data. Sorry guys. Do not hate me for this, but I'm just seeing what I'm seeing right now. So yeah, but first of all, if you bought Solana at those lowest points and seeing those round beautiful numbers, how can you complain? If you're gonna see breakdown and movement to the downside, we cannot complain about this. We have a phenomenal rally. So yeah, keep an eye, and of course I'm gonna make a video about my expectations, and I'm gonna talk in the 2025. So subscribe, smash the like buttons, smash the subscribe buttons, and I'm gonna see you in my next live stream, and I'm gonna make a separate video about my expectations on 2025. So what my expectations on the crypto, I'm aiming for those patterns that we executed during the summer. So if we're gonna see that pullback, well, not actually the pullback, but a crash to the downside, just buy and accumulating more, not panicking at all, because, well, it's crypto. I've seen worse, and yeah, so I'm aiming for those falling wedge patterns, and then from the falling wedge pattern, shifting into from the bearish into the bullish and starting to form some kind of ascending FOMO explosive pattern. So this is my main plan, but I'm gonna talk about more details in the next video. So yeah, keep an eye on this information, keep an eye on this data on a weekly time frame. Yeah, it looks terrible. Terrible. And also comment down below with your favorite altcoin that you want me to analyze next. I'm gonna start making those videos daily, and altcoin technical analysis, and maybe even twice. I'm gonna post even twice a day. So yeah, I want to try to keep you guys updated. And on a daily time frame, yeah, we're still in that bullish, let's just say, market structure on a daily time frame, still printing those higher lows. Of course, right now in some kind of pullback in this drawdown. And by looking at the daily time frame for the short-term traders, yeah, probably maybe that is enough for us to see that, maybe to experience the another touch point at $160 per coin. If we're gonna hold it, you can start building with the tight stop losses, another buy long position. If we're gonna start retesting, if this whole scenario to start retesting those previous all-time highs, or maybe small fake out and start retesting the top of this channel of this rising wedge pattern, would be, and set the price to, like, let's just say $300 per coin. So keep an eye on this information. The information and the data is right in front of us. We cannot ignore this. So yeah, guys, be cautious, secure gains, don't be greedy. For those who invested in this coin, in the Solana coin from those lowest points, goddamn, secure gains. Secure gains. So what is wrong with you? Yeah. And yeah, I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace out.